Welcome to Soup for the Soul. No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used in part or whole without the expressed written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. That's me. Hello, you guys. This Soup for the Soul is called Raising Your Social Conscience. What is raising your social conscience? I don't even know if social conscience is actually a phrase. I just thought of it, but it could already be out there. But my definition of raising your social conscience, I'm going to be dissecting and talking about throughout this Soup for the Soul because it can mean several things. One thing I want to stress is that the first thing it means is awareness. Raising your social conscience could be, and I will be giving examples at the beginning and also telling you why to be careful of doing that. Actually, I made a mistake with the title. It's actually Raising Your Social Conscience. Be careful with ... Be careful with that. Okay, so the first part is going to talk about, I'm going to talk about what exactly is raising or your social conscience. What is social conscience, and give examples of that. And at the end, I will tell why you gotta be careful. It's a wonderful thing. So, raising your social conscience is first thing I want to say is awareness. A person that raises their social conscience realizes, first of all, that they are not right all the time. It's a sign of wiseness. It's a sign of maturity. Just because you're 50 plus years old does not mean you're mature. Okay, just because you're in your 20s does not mean you're immature. I've been finding age has absolutely nothing to do with a person's maturity, and contradictory to what I used to think years and years and years ago. Raising my social conscience. Raising your social conscience is inclusive of, once again, being aware that you are not right all the time, or that you're opening your mind up to alternative ways of thinking. For instance, you may have been prejudiced all your life, or somewhat, 90%, because your great-grandfather was a slave master. And so you, over the years, your grandfather down to your father and then yourself, this is all you know, is to be prejudiced, or against Black African people. But one day, you're 35 and you realize, oh my God, all of these I'm going to say black people, because this is a Caucasian person talking, these black people, why don't they get a job? Why don't they do this? And why don't they do that? And blah, 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 blah. I can't stand them. Oh my God, there's a black lady in front of me in the store, my goodness. Oh God, now, okay. The cashier is the one that's slowing things down, but because you're Black African and you're in front of this person, it's your fault. Just like with President Obama, everything was President Obama's fault, even after he left the White House. And some people were making jokes about it. It's his fault. That Obama. But one day, at the age of 35, you realize that was not a Black African person that stole your purse. It was a white lady. So, puzzled, you begin to raise your social conscience and realize all Black African people do not steal. My own people steal. Okay? Raising your social conscience politically could be inclusive of Republican, Democrat, I'm a Republican. I will never, or let's say, okay, I already did something like Caucasian, and I'm gonna do Democrat this time because most Republicans are Caucasian. So let me flip the script. Okay, I'm a Democrat. The current president is Donald Trump. Can't stand him. Oh my God, why do we have this guy as a president? Blah 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 blah. Now, interject myself. I have to. That is my opinion. But here's the deal. Donald Trump, in my opinion, I'm a Democrat, is not the best president, has not been the best president we've ever had. However, he is a bad business person, you know. So I'm realizing and raising my social conscience, and I've always said this, but I'm using it this as an example. I'm raising my social conscience to know that although he sucks, in my opinion, as a president, I would sure love to talk to him about business. Wow, this dude is awesome, you know. Real estate. Raising your social conscience. Raising your social conscience means that you're changing the way that you eat. You may not become a vegan or a vegetarian, but you're changing. The way you eat. Let me finish my sentence. I just started doing this. I've never just picked up a banana and ate it, but I will tear one up in a smoothie. I have been eating so many things, you guys, fruits and vegetables that I have either never eaten or what like candy, you know, if it's strawberry candy or something, maybe I would eat it, but not strawberry ice cream, but you know, something strawberry, but I would never like take a strawberry and just pick it up, clean it, and you know, rinse it off and put it in my mouth. Never in a million years. But guess what, honey? In a smoothie, OMG. When I drank sodas, I'm not going to name the name brand. I loved strawberry sodas, you guys, just the smell, and grape. Okay? Raising your social conscience, your health, you know, what you're consuming in your body. Raising your social conscience about kids. Oh, God, he's so cute. He's a little toddler. But he didn't do that. There's no way he could have done that. He's only 3 years old. You raise your conscience to believe that regardless of his age, it's capable that he did what he did. You know, and I'm not talking about going and murdering anyone. It's possible. But, you know, raising your social conscience about a lot of things. Raising your social conscience about apologizing to people when you have wronged them. Okay? That's one of the biggest things with raising your social conscience is people's ability or learned ability to apologize when they have wronged someone and let it just go. You know, you are basically becoming a wiser person, you're more middle, you know, you're more in the middle instead of to the far right or the far left. You can raise your social conscience on so many different things and so many different levels, but what you have done is like gotten away from the level you were on. You know, you've relaxed your mind. You have relieved stress because of it out of your life, or some parts, you know, thereof. You have decided that you want to take vitamins. You've never taken vitamins before. It's time for me to take vitamins. You know, I got to be healthy and doing all this. Your whole body, basically, your whole being is being consumed in changing your thought process, which is what it's about, awareness, changing how you feel about basically anything. And because of that, you are more relaxed, calm. Your anxiety has lessened, if you had it. Depression, gone. And see, people don't realize depression, anxiety, most of these things happen because we are socially unconscious. We have these thoughts in our head and they're embedded in our head and they've been there for years. And guess what? They're going to stay there. You know, we're not basically saying they're going to stay there, but it is what it is, right? When you become socially conscious, raising your social conscience, when you raise your social conscience, a lot of wonderful things will happen. You will realize, I've been knowing there's a God and there's a Satan, or Jesus and Satan, however you want to put it, but there really is a God, and there is Satan. Raising your social conscience about nature. You go outside to get the paper. Normally, you just go outside and get the paper, but now you really consume the air that you're breathing. You really take in the flowers that have been at your neighbors across the street for forever. I'm sure they've changed them, annually or whatever, but you take in how beautiful they are, that you're blessed to open your door and look right at them, or be able to look right at them. When you open your door, you change your social conscience on animals. You may be an animal lover, which is, dogs, cats, and everything. But you heighten that a bit, and say, a couple along with becoming a vegetarian, that you really don't want to see animals slaughtered, killed, just for your consumption. Okay, those are some of the examples of raising your social conscience. It's becoming the person that the good Lord wants you to be. And there are different levels of that, which means basically not, okay, this level's called this and this level's called that. No, there are different levels of raising your social conscience. I believe and know that, you're just heightening it more. It's just like being on your current being, who you are right now. You're on drugs. Your current being is on drugs. However, when you raise your social conscience, just like when you are weaning yourself away from a drug habit, it takes time. It takes time from becoming apologetic, or more. There we go. More apologetic, from eating, pretty healthy, to becoming even more healthier by eating better, consuming things, like in my case, that you did never consume before, never wanted to, probably tasted it and said, ugh, that's raising your social conscience. And I can go on and on and on and give even more examples, but okay, I think you probably got it by now. But here's the deal, as promised, you got to be careful when you raise your social conscience. It's a great thing. God is proud of you. You're probably heavenward bound. If you take it to that level, to go to heaven, and that's your goal, and all of that. Never thought about it much before. You just knew you were going. I'm going to heaven, effortlessly. Okay. Here's the deal. Although God is proud of you for doing that, and happy that you have become a little more conscious of other people, okay, which is basically what it is as well, becoming more conscious of that you are not the only one on the planet, becoming more conscious that recycling is a great thing, becoming more conscious that, yes, I paid $799 for that chair, but you can have it. It's still in the plastic, but wrapped in plastic, but you can have it. You need it more than I do. It's been in the garage for a year. Here's the deal. You guys, when you decide to raise your social conscience on any level, please be aware. Like I said, God is happy. Okay, so that's a done deal. That's out. Okay, he's happy. Jesus Christ, happy for you. Yay. You're number one cheerleaders now. However, here comes Satan. When you raise your social conscience to be good and do good, be good to you, do good to others, please be careful with that. Okay? I'm not by any means telling you not to do it. As a matter of fact, I condone, I co-sign with you on it. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. However, here comes Satan. Satan is aware that you've raised your social conscience. So with that being said, you're going to get attacked. you're going to get attacked. Raising your social conscience is your whole, like I said, being who you have become all of these years, and good and bad. And when you raise your social conscience, it's only for the good. You're making better decisions in your life about any and everything. How you shop. Oh, you can have that parking spot. I was gonna get it, but I was here before you. But hey, no sweat. There's plenty of parking spots instead of the old you that would have gotten out. Hey, didn't you see me trying to park right there? You idiot. However it may go. Raising your social conscience. Here comes Satan coming along, and he's going to attack you at every single angle. And I just found out, didn't know there was a term for this. I posted something on Google Plus, and someone, of course, people are commenting, and someone commented and said, in lieu of the negative comments, and there weren't that many negatives, and it was, and let me, of course, explain why there were any negative comments. It was about being spied on in my apartment. Okay, ding, you know what I'm saying. So if somebody spied on in your apartment, and not saying someone said that, but some people just, their mind is, they haven't raised their social conscience. Put it that way. So they don't realize, there's things called spy equipment, and people will put cameras in the walls, and they just, and then there are people who, if I were a white lady or Caucasian, it did happen. Oh my God, how could someone do that? But because I'm Black African, lady, you're crazy. Something's wrong with you. In other words, who would want to watch you? Okay, but there was one particular guy who responded, and he told me what I am. He told me that I'm a targeted individual. And I told him, responded back and said, yeah, people have been saying something like that, but they didn't use targeted individual. I didn't even use it. I had never heard of it. And so because when that person posted that, I went and did research on what exactly is a targeted individual. I even posted, when I found out some things and found some videos, I even posted them. This was just yesterday, as a matter of fact, on Google Plus, on the brand page, and let people know, that's me. I'm awareness. I'm becoming more and more aware. So I'm letting people, know that I am becoming aware, and I'm awareing them. If there's such a word as awareing, but or notifying them. But so when I looked up a targeted individual, you guys please look this up. Knowing that I'm an empath. An empath is basically a chosen person of God, really. No bragging. Trust me, it's an assignment that I have been given. I understand. Trust me, I do. No bragging whatsoever. I'm not going to even say what my conscience or my subconscious want me to say. I'm going to tell you what my subconscious like, and I really don't want to be an empath. No. You take that job and look up empath, okay? EMPATH. And look up what an empath is. Once God assigns you as an empath. These are people who can basically, by the way, read people's minds, not in the mystical or crystal ball sense, but they have a higher level of conscience on things. They see things, not, oh, there's a ghost. Oh my God, there's a demonic spirit. No, not like that. They have a higher level of understandability, a compassion, understanding what's going on. For instance, me, yes, there's been spy cameras. I used to sell counter surveillance equipment, not spy equipment, but it could be used for spy equipment because you're selling hidden cameras or nanny cams, which is what they used to be called. People can also use the nanny cam to spy on people, but that was never my my deal. So I used to sell spy equipment, not spy equipment, but counter surveillance equipment is basically to sum it up. But now people are even more so using that as well as as well as with the new technology to spy. Okay, this is my story. And so what I have done is made people aware that I know of it. And because on top of that, coupled along with that, I'm very technical, extremely technical, I can build a computer basically with my eyes closed, and I know this and that and that and that and this about not only a lot of things, but a lot of technical things. Then I'm crazy, because not the world, but I'm being facetious. There are so many people who don't know that because they have not become socially conscious or raised their social conscience, their level of thinking is below yours in certain things. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows something that someone else does not know. I'm not saying the opposite of that, but your level of thinking is totally higher as far as intellect than someone else. You can feel when people are sad without them ever saying anything. In most cases, you can look at a person and say, "Are you okay?" And they may be in the grocery store smiling. Babies. Oh God, this is one for me. Babies. Oh my God. I have rarely met a baby that has cried when they have seen me. They will come to me, they will open their arms up, and the baby that did just do that recently, that actually cried or became standoffish, is the baby of one of the people that are spying on me. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that something? This baby didn't like, nothing like that, but the baby started crying, and I've rarely had that happen to me because it's the opposite, But I'm gonna sum this up, you guys. So there are empaths, and when you're an empath, a chosen person to be a savior of people, like to be at the gate, not the gates of heaven, but you are going to be that person on the planet that is a protector of people. You wear the weight of the world on your shoulders, and I do. Oh my God, you don't understand why people will do this when it's so much easier to do that. You're an empath. You have sympathy, empathy, rather, for you understand for this and that. What comes along with that, you guys? The opposite of it, or along with it, is that you become a targeted individual. And this is satanic. Please look this up. I'm going to have to sum this up because I only have 5% on my phone right now. I didn't charge it. But so if it gets cut off, I do apologize. But a targeted individual, the goal is, first of all, they're targeted. It's called electronic stalking. But a targeted individual is an individual that is targeted by group stalkers. They don't even have to know each other. My situation, spying on me, these people did not know the people that were around me and lived by me or whatever, whether they came and visit the people that were spying on me. Where I live right now, they did not know them, but they're all in cahoots together. Okay, so group stalking, electronic stalking, hacking in your computers, making sure that you don't do this and you're not able to do this, to put a stop to your progress, your success. Their number one goal is two things: to make people think that you have lost your mind, and also money. They do not want you to make any money. I could not understand, and it's really funny, before this revelation, I didn't even know, like I said, what targeted individual meant. But I had just told my aunt more than once, actually, starting in 2017 sometime. I said, "Aunt blank, It seems like every time I try, actually, I told her this before 2017. I take that back. But I've told her more than once, every time it seems like I'm right there to start my businesses back up or make some money, something always happens, you guys. So true. Okay? This is real, you guys. I don't just let people give me a name and I just go and say, oh my God, really? Is that what I am? No. I did some mini research, and it didn't take much. Videos on YouTube, targeted individuals. Please look that up, you guys. Can understand a lot of things. Why is it happening to me? I don't mess with anyone. And see, that's why it's happening to you, because you don't mess with anyone, okay? You, being an empath, do not understand evil. You don't understand jealousy. You don't understand hatred. You don't understand why someone would do something to someone and that person hasn't done anything to them. Not saying they should, even if they have. Whew, that was a long sentence. Oh, it's just your understanding is also inclusive of not understanding. You know what I'm saying? Why you are a Y, or WHY, open parentheses, ER, close parentheses. You are a Y person. Why would, how, and a how person, how come? And like I said, you carry the weight of the world on your shoulder. For that reason, you don't understand. Okay? You don't understand. It's contradictory. You don't understand why someone would do this or that, but you are a very understanding person. So this is Kimmy Wyatt. I am going to go ahead and go, but I will tell you this. Satan will use electronic stalkers, group stalkers, and there's three of them: electronic stalkers, group stalkers, and I forgot the other one. Same thing. It's witchery. This is witchcraft to stop your progress, to stop you from making money. Basically is what it is. You know, they know if you make money, then you're going to be gone, and that you're going to help. And I said this before in a Soup for the Soul or podcast. That Satan knows if I were to come into money or start getting money like I want it, that I'm going to help a lot of people. Not saying you can just write me a letter and say, hey, I need this and that, but, you know, to do good with it, you know, no drugs and things like that. And Satan is aware of that. And I also said in a Soup for the Solar podcast that the two things that make Satan the maddest. That is a Soup for the Soul that I have on YouTube right now. Two things that make Satan the maddest. You know, so he's going to, if this, like I said, if this ends, you know, then that's the end of it. But he will send his angels out that are already there. These people normally they are devil worshipers. Just because you're an atheist, by the way, does not mean you're a devil worshiper. Let me stress that. But a lot of them are atheists. They don't believe in God, that he even exists. They are horrific people. These are, they're not, I can't call them demonic spirits because they are living. Okay. So these are just evil beings, you know, that are put on assignment. And then they take, not charged, they take instruction from the it person. You know, I've been saying, listen to my stuff, you guys. I've been telling you, there's someone at the top that's telling them people what to do, telling this person what to do. Okay, one person or one entity. It's like a manager, supervisor, team leader, and then all the workers in that order. So you got this person at the top that the team leader and the workers will probably never see. Such as the owner of a business, the actual owner of a big corporation. Who is that? You know? And so what happens with that is they take instructions from the person on the second level. Okay? And these instructions are inclusive of basically wipe that person out. They know too much. They would help too much. Wipe them out. They can't make any money because money changes things in people's lives. It would change things in mine. And they're aware that if that money ever comes to me, that I'm out. It would be much harder for them to spy on me because I wouldn't have to live in places where I live. You know what I'm saying? They know that. They're very well aware of that. Okay? So, the 3 goals, if I can get this before this phone shuts down, of them, one of them, and I posted this on Google Plus, on the Blue Cup in the Attic. I have collections on Google Plus. One of those collections is called the Blue Cup in the Attic, and TBCITA, which is the acronyms in parentheses. The Blue Cup in the Attic is basically what's going on in my life and what has been going on in my life for the last year, going on 2 years with being spied on. And I already knew, had been saying this stuff, just didn't know it was called, I was a targeted person. Like I said, I didn't know that definition or that phrase even existed. I just knew that whatever was going, this thing did not and does not want me to make any money. Whatever this force is wants people to think that I'm crazy and deranged and have lost my mind because of my intellect. She knows too much. How could this be? She's a Black African person. How could she be that intelligent? How could she know this, that, and the other? I'm just keeping it real. I'm not saying that these people are Caucasians or anything like that, but I'm just telling you, it's evil. The third thing that they want, besides you to not have any money at all, like be dry, and lose it. They want you to have to go to a mental hospital. In other words, shut you down at all costs. Shut you down not at all costs, whatever it takes. Because Satan knows if you're not shut down immediately and you do come into money, and it doesn't take that much, you guys. You come into money where you can go ahead and, oh my God, she bought a home, so we can't get in her home to spy on her. Oh my God, she has a vehicle and it has this and that, and it's an older vehicle, so we can't hack into the computer of it. Just anything, however you want to do it. It could be a new vehicle, newer, but whatever it is. They know that you know how to work around a whole bunch of stuff. Like when they hacked, just as of recently, like 2 weeks ago, going on 3 weeks ago, my mouse was moving. My cursor, not my mouse, but my cursor, which moves when I move my mouse. You guys know this. My cursor on my computer was just moving by itself, going all over the screen. I wasn't touching my laptop, didn't have my hands on it. It hadn't been pressed in an area where it's sensitive, and I didn't have anything sitting on it. It was just moving by itself. So I pressed the space bar or something. I'm not thinking straight right now. Pressed it in to where only I can move it, or Control Alt Delete, or no, it wasn't Control Alt, whatever it was. I can't think right now. I'm not at a keyboard, but yeah. But when they did it the next week, I literally just laid back, how you lean back in a chair, and I said, go for it, make it do what it do, because when you get through, I'm gonna tear you up. Yeah, and that's what I did. When I did that, and I hope I can say this before time to go. When I did that, I walked outside and on the back of my balcony, to my balcony, and because I'm being spied on by multiple people here. People were out on their, when I came out, they came out when I came out, hint, hint, and they were on their balcony just staring at me, or outside, just Not everyone. Please don't get this thing like I come outside, the whole world comes outside. No, 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 no. But everyone that I saw are the same, or some, because it was not all of them, some of the same people that I know are spying on me. And when I tore that person up that was hacking into my computer, and I know who it is, or whom it is, you know, they were like, oh my God. And see, I'm going to tell you something also. These people that are put on assignment or given instruction, they don't even know they are doing Satan's work, because these groups of people, electronic stalkers, group stalkers, they're repulsive liars. They will go to them. I told you guys this. This is what happened. They will go to your neighbors and talk to them, pretending like they're the government. Having official documentation. Not official, but official looking letterhead and all of that or whatever, until they're a naive person who's broke. And if you're going to give me some money and this person did this or that, shame on them. Yeah, I'll watch them. Bring the equipment on over. I can't see her now because she's done this and that and that. Bring the equipment on over. I can't see her because you're giving me money. They are in disbelief about the truth. And no matter what you say, such as in my case, I know what happened. I know you guys, somebody came over and they lied and told you this and this. I warned these people up above my head in the back of me. When I met them of my situation and what was going on, they already knew. Because when I got my key, I didn't move in until like 6 days later. I came in, saw my place, loved it, locked the door, but you better believe I knew something was wrong. I already knew something was not right. So anywho, this is Kimmy Wyatt. It's at 2%. I better hurry up. Hasta la vista. Buenas horas. Buenas noches. Arriba. Delce. Au revoir. Salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you. Where the good Lord split you. Ciao Belo. Ciao Bela. Ciao Bela. Ciao Belo. I usually say it in that order. Bye. Smooches. And do me a favor, or do yourself a favor. Look up input. These are terms you need to look up. Input. You need to look up targeted individual or targeted individuals. You need to look up electronic stalking, gang stalking, group stalking. Okay, look up these things, you guys, and check them out. These are real. Okay, smooches. Bye.